Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the H&S podcast. Gentlemen, say hello.
No.
Hey everyone.
Cool. Expected responses today. We're going through the Maroons team, I reckon, because we're short on time. We've got to get these things out. We'll skip
My mighty Maroons.
and we'll just head straight into who we would pick in general. Not who we think Billy Slater is going to pick, because I don't think anyone can sort that out.
David Fafita.
Yeah, well, Queensland have picked someone from Cup, haven't they?
Yeah, Artie Beetson.
Yeah.
Reserve grade. Captain. First ever one. David Fafita. Captain Queensland.
And worse than that, they picked someone from Super League once as well.
No, they did pick a bloke out of reserve grade. I was listening to Kenny's podcast earlier and he was talking about it.
Oh, geez, that's the quality we're looking at, people. He listened to Kenty's podcast.
Well, Ben Eichen was on.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He was a guest host.
Oh, I might need to listen to that too then.
Sweet Benny boy.
What position did Ben play when he played footy?
Centre, 5'8".
Yeah, let's pick a 5'8" for Queensland then.
Munster.
Henry.
Munster. Yeah, Munster. There's shouldn't be anyone else.
Yeah, Munster as well from me. So pretty easy, that one.
Are you putting this all together on a board?
Yeah, I'll share it now with you guys. There it is. Boom, streaming to you as well. Recording on the thing. This beast of a PC, how good. Look at the production upgrade. I got the logo here. The colours match the team. A little bit of white text. Upgrades here at the H&S podcast. Queensland going to upgrade their fullback, or they're sticking with Reece Walsh?
What, isn't Reece Walsh still injured?
He's injured, isn't he?
I'm just trying to segue, guys. Can you fucking...
Okay. I don't know.
I'd like to
be Pong Dog.
I'd love Cobbo there, that's for sure.
You want Cobbo?
No, I'm going Ponga.
Okay.
I'm saying as a New South Welshman, I'd like a mistake.
Oh, there's a New South Welshman. There's a New South Welshman. I'd want... Yeah, Cobbo's been decent.
Yeah.
There's a New South Welshman. I'd want bloody...
Jamal
Capel there or something.
Yeah.
Being really sticky. Hey, let's go.
Didn't you say you're a New South Welshman?
Wings.
You're a Queenslander, James?
Yeah.
Well, if Jake Trebojevic gets picked, and the fact that how did Laurie Daly get the gig, I'm leaning towards it, to be honest with you.
This is how weak James is and how he doesn't back the boys. He does this.
To be honest, I've said this. I've always said this. I would sell New South Wales to lose by 1,000, 3-0 every year for the Roosters to go well. I'm a Roosters fan. Like, yes, I am from New South Wales, and I will go for New South Wales, but I don't get upset if they lose. If they pick Laurie Daly to be coach after his efforts, if they pick Jake Trebojevic when he should be in first grade. Like, I'm not tied to it. Like, I'm tied to the Roosters.
Fair enough. Now you're tied to a halfback for the Queensland team.
Sydney Roosters legend, Daly Cherry Evans.
Henry.
I'm going DCE as well. I don't think there's anyone else that can really top him.
Yeah, I mean, there's talk about Dean
Right now.
but no, it's
Yeah, but
DCE.
that's...
Hook is a bit of a weird...
You'd rather... If
DC deserves first crack.
100%.
I mean, you go DCE, Deedon, and then you have Munster at fullback at that point.
It's not a bad shout. Munster, I don't think he's fit enough for it anymore, though.
He's had worse ideas. Way worse ideas.
Yeah, it's a pretty low bar, though, James. Come on.
I think Munster could probably do it still.
Who did you said
Okay.
Egan, and then who'd you say?
Let's just not talk about that. It's a Jacob Little, but let's go. Just for the viewers, okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
All right. Hooker.
The viewers know you're an idiot. You don't have to do anything for them.
Do you pick Harry Grant off one game? Or not even, maybe?
Yep.
Yes. Oh,
Yep.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
If there were other options, maybe not. But the difference between him and the next option is so large that, yeah.
You think the difference is that big with Reid Marnie and him?
I do.
Reid Marnie's
My
terrible.
opinion, Harry. I think
I agree that.
Grant
As
is
much
Shaun
as
Shaun the Harry Cup
Yeah, I'll take that.
Jand over
Thank you
there.
for the that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
That's the last single episode here too.
Let's sort out their wingers. Who
I'm
we
going.
got in
I'm going. Wait, just switch that hooker. I'm gonna go Reed just to change things up a little bit.
That's actually who you go
Reed.
for?
No, I'd probably go for Harry.
Okay.
But just
Come on, mate. Can you not? We're not Fox here. We're not making things up just for the sake of argument. Let's get some decent opinions out there. Winger.
fair enough. Xavier.
I'm going Cobbo and Xavier. Yeah. I don't know what James is doing. He's probably going to go Tulagi.
No, I'm doing the exact same as you, Shawnee.
Nice. Smart man. There we go.
How's Coates' form been this year anyway?
Good. Really good.
I haven't really kept track of his game, to be honest.
He's been catching the kicks. He's been taking a few runs. Not that many. It's still there.
Is it better than what Murray Talagi's been doing?
In my opinion, yes. In some other people's opinion, no. But
like who if you were a Queenslander and you want someone to get you out of trouble, who out of those two is going to get you out of trouble? I mean, we know Coates can produce when it comes to executing a nice try at the end of the other side of the field.
Thing with Cobbo, he's been playing fullback, so I think once he goes back to a simple role on the wing, he's going to kill it.
I mean, I have no issue with Cobbo. I'm saying Coates or Murray.
Coates, he's much better player, much better.
Coates is more well-rounded. Tulagi's got deficiencies in his game. I think it could be like a Cowboys deficiency that he gets blamed for. I'm not sure, especially defensively.
Yeah.
I don't like him as much. Whereas Xavier, after being at the Storm for a little while, he's ironed all that stuff out. He does his role. He's very reliable. He's really consistent now too.
Could you see both of them in there and putting Cobbo as centre?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. I think,
especially up against yeah. Don't disagree with you there, but against someone like Trelly Mitt, to come against his kind of firepower, you get Cobbo on the other side of that, very similar in stature.
I think
because yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fraught with danger. If you're picking players to counter what the opposition are picking one for one, strategy-wise, it's a bit different. But
Cobbo's not a defensive wizard either.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To counter that argument of like, oh, well, he's got the same body as Latrell. That means he can tackle him. Well, you may as well just put Corey Horsburgh. He's bigger than Latrell.
Yeah, I think if you're going to stop Latrell, you're not doing it with a one-on-one matchup. There are other things you need to do in the game to stop Latrell.
Absolutely.
If he gets one-on-one with anyone in the comp, in Origin especially, where he's always going to try, game over. Speaking of, who would he go one-on-one with? What are we doing in the centres?
I'm going
Hammer.
Hamiso Tabuai Fiddle.
Yep. Oh, I'm clicked out. Yeah, I'm going Hammer, and the other one is a bit probably.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
I mean, Holmes hasn't been lights out, but I mean the team he's with isn't really lights out as well. So.
Yeah, that's where I sort of think I might go Holmes. Hammer's the real obvious one, but he's not. Doesn't fill me with joy. James, have you got any?
We've got 3 options.
Who else?
Val's the safe option. Second option is move Cobbo to centre and play Tulangi on the wing. Or if you want to go real rogue, Jackson Purdue.
Yeah, I'll throw one more in the mix because it's Queensland, and I'd say Tom Dearden.
What?
No, your next option is Robert Toyer.
Wait.
No, I think Tom Dearden's played centre for Queensland before.
No, that's silly. Damien Cook.
Hey, if Michael Morgan can do it.
You don't want that. We suffered.
I think Purdue would, if we were doing a form team, I'd probably pick Purdue. But for now, I think I'd pick. I'm gonna go with Holmes.
I'll go with Holmes. I don't like it, but it's like what.
But who's the close second for it? I want to know who's the third option. Purge.
Yeah, he's just a bit young.
Gagai's completely out of the question. You wouldn't give him at least the first game?
No, I wouldn't. Gagai.
If you're going to go Gagai, you go with the Purdue or Robert Toya. You go young. You don't go old.
Unless it's a decider.
And that's something Queensland will do it as well. They would want to do that as well. So you're right.
If it's a decider, I'd go Gagai. But if it's not, then I'd go Purdue. Purdue's got that flexibility as well to play in the halves, so I think that's pretty impressive from him. But Queensland are pretty stacked there coming through, like Toya, like James said, Purdue, and then they've got Zach Laybut coming through now as well. He's coming back from an ACL, so he should be good next year.
Well, Ponga's not even that. Purdue's not even that old. He could, and he's a half. So
yeah, he's young as he.
You got the next captain of Queensland, Sammy Walker, coming through.
Yeah, so I think it'll be Dearden and Walker. With
So he'll probably have to play centre.
Oh yeah, I don't know, because if Tulagi makes his case, then Tulagi wing, Conway centre, and then has to play forward.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be the biggest hypocrite here because I hate the NRL journalists and I reckon they just lie. Oh, excuse me. A bit of rumour that Cobbo won't be picked.
What? Did they say that last year, though? They did the same thing last year, and he got picked, didn't he?
I think journos will hear something and then write a different headline. Like, they'll hear Murray Talangi and Xavier Coates are going to be the wingers, and the headline they write is Solon Cobbo isn't getting picked. But then he got picked on the bench last year. They've done it this year a couple of times as well with the Knights team, where it's like, they'll say, oh, this person's playing, and then they just assume someone's gotten dropped, when really the person who's playing is just coming on the bench. So, James, I don't know if you know, but we can't.
Adam O'Brien should be.
Oh, yep, there we go. Adam O'Brien, we heard that.
Glad.
Props.
Bit of pass, just went down the wrong way. Oh dear.
Don't die on me before I can take that bottle of fire whiskey.
I'll quickly update my will.
Yeah, thank you.
Corey Horse on my side.
Horse.
And the other one is Moe.
Mo Fodawaker.
I'm just going off pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I'm going Tino as. Oh, actually no, put Tino there, because I'll probably put Fodawaker off the bench.
Okay.
Not on. I was thinking maybe Tino go in that lock role, but I think he's just changed. I think he's just changed so much in that Gold Coast jersey and the role he has there that I think he's better suited just to stay in that prop role versus that lock role, and having someone like a Carrigan really needing to lock down that lock role. I don't think he's been utilised that much in the Brisbane Broncos side for it. I think he's been playing prop quite often lately. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I have a different lock in mind who's been playing prop anyway. But I think Tino's been named in the 13 for the Titans, but he's been playing differently. James, do you disagree with he's probably still dying?
No, I'm back. What's going on?
Props.
Tino and Corey Horsburgh. Who have you two seen?
Yeah, same.
Oh, cool.
We're the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is where the discussion starts, though. Second rollers.
Nanai, Waffle 1.
Nanai?
Yeah.
James, have you got someone who sticks out for you?
Nanai and Furmore.
Yeah, I'm going Furmore. If you're going Nanai, I'll give you Nanai there. Furmore. Henry, do you have a second one yet?
I don't. I'm trying to think of one. I'm looking at the list of eligibility as well right now as options, but I haven't watched enough.
Yeah, pick SOO. He'll drop it over the line. You beauty. And the fullback will go 100.
It's a pick. I don't
Oh, I
know.
reckon he's just thrown that out there because Nanai's picked because we picked Nanai. He doesn't want to waste a pick, so he's just thrown the dud out there.
No, mate. I believe it. And when we run through our strategies, we can justify all of this. So it'll be good to see.
Probably maybe a Tommy. I could probably see Tommy Gilbert. I haven't seen enough of his game, but probably Tom Gilbert in that position because can't really see any great other options unless you throw in David Feeder, but he's injured apparently.
At the start of the season, I had Fafita and Gilbert earmarked. Fafita's injured, and Gilbert, I see a different role for him, so I haven't put him there yet. And I see a specific role for SOO, so I think we all have the same lock, right?
Brad Thorne?
Cotter.
Cotter, okay. Who'd you say, James?
No, Carrigan. Carrigan.
Brad Thorne. No, he's a bit too young.
No, Carrigan.
Yeah. Carrigan writes itself. 14. Benny Hunt's injured. What are we to do?
Dearden.
Yeah, he's so versatile. And he's so strong. Like, defensively, he's so strong. I think people forget how strong he is. He's kind of like Brooks. You run into someone like Brooks thinking that you can just topple him, but he can hit.
Yeah, so just to be clear, you think Dearden's strong?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure. I think I'll go Dearden. I don't like it, though. I might change that. I'll reserve the right to change that.
Why? Who's the other option?
I don't know.
AJ Brimson?
Marnie?
Jaden Campbell?
Nah, he's coming back from injury. Marnie is who I was thinking in my head. Or Purdue. Get him a run early. Just because I don't know how I bring Dearden into the game without an injury. That's all.
Marnie is probably not a bad shout considering Grant's barely played.
Can you guys sort out
Will barely play?
Far out. Keeps changing. Anyway, I'll keep mixing it while I'm here. Yeah, I don't know how I get Dearden into the game. That's all. I think he's probably the best option, but if there's no injuries, what do you do?
Move him to hooker, Harry Grant goes to lock, or vice versa.
But then I think surely there's a hooker they can pick who can fill in the halves if there's an injury. That serves that role a little bit better.
He's a competitor. You got to pick him. Yeah. He's a Queenslander, mate.
Yeah, they are different. I just don't know how I'd use him. But anyway, we'll keep it moving. Maybe somebody comes to my head later on. Bench forwards, just throw them out as soon as they come to mind. I'm going to go.
Mo Waker. Sorry, I totally forgot who was.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Moe?
Henry, can you just make sure I'm spelling this correctly?
Yeah, mate,
Mo is M-O.
I would have never spelled that correctly.
M-O.
You sure there's no E there?
No E, mate.
And that's Mo's Tavern.
Oh, okay. I've been watching a bit of The Simpsons lately. The later seasons are not very good.
I'll have Tom Gilbert on my bench.
Tommy Gilbert. Are you having Mo as well, just so I can line it up?
TBC.
TBC. Okay, Tom Gilbert, one of them. I'll put him here for now. I feel like there's somebody obvious I'm missing.
Do you throw someone in like Kafusi? Do you throw in a Kafusi in there? Do they need a Kafusi?
I don't think they do. I think Gilbert does that Kafusi role better. I think SOO does that Kafusi role better.
Like he just can hit. You put him on, he can just hit. Yeah,
I don't know. I get what you're saying.
As long as he,
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of him this year.
Yeah, that's hard for me as well. I'd probably put a SOO. Can go into that second row / prop role.
Oh, that role's there. SOO.
I'll pick Superman.
I don't know who that
is. Lindsay Collins, the world's best reserve grader, then comes to Origin, is now Arthur Beetson.
Yeah, I'm not picking him. He's not getting near my team. Hang on, do I have this on my phone? I probably have made a Queensland team on my phone. I need some inspiration. This is what I do when I can't sleep. I've made a second 17.
I have a suggestion for what you can do when you can't sleep.
Yeah, I did that 3 times before making this team.
Okay.
Come on, give me something. Ponga, Cobo, Holmes, Tina. Oh, Cotter. That's what I forgot.
Cotter, yeah, that's it. Ruben Cotter, that's it. That's my last one.
Cotter.
I even said that earlier over Carrigan, but
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I would like to see Carrigan come off the bench into that lock role, switching out for Cotter.
Is that what you're going to do?
Just because I think so, yeah, because just the damage Carrigan did to us in game 2 at a core stadium like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was, when he first came onto the scene in Origin, was just phenomenal. So and I think he's just got that ability to make that change or be impactful. Sorry, in that second half of the first half.
I'm currently debating between 3 people, and it's Fodawaker, Gilbert, and Hopgood.
No, Hopgood. Hopgood has not been playing well at all.
But it's because of his back
He's
injury.
been 2 steps. Yeah, he's 2 steps behind because of his back injury, and I don't think he's.
Pick him.
No.
But if he's not fit, then I've got to pick between Moeaki and Gilbert. Who's bigger?
Gilbert's a better choice. If you're going to pick Hopgood versus Gilbert, you're picking Gilbert.
It's Gilbert versus Moeaki. And I think
I
just pick whoever's bigger.
You were so...
My final spot goes to Maurice Fodawaker. I can't find room for Ruben Cotter. I think he's a ridiculously bad football player. And he's also out of form. I've never rated him. I will never rate him, but he's also out of form. So he cannot be selected. Thank you.
What do you think he's doing poorly this year?
Everything. He offers no grunt up front. Like, no oomph. He doesn't have a passing game. He's rubbish. He is rubbish.
Can't pass, can't run.
Can't tackle.
Perfect Roosters player.
Also has a shit haircut.
I don't know. Fodawaker or Gilbert? I think I need some size. It's a very small bench that I've got.
Yeah, I'd guess Fodawaker then, mate.
Yeah, I think I have to. Just a bit of size.
You need someone that can hit and spin.
Fodawaker. So Fodawaker clearly gets a bench spot. Fodawaker. Much to James. Okay, so for the team one, is Cotter on the bench? Because we can't have Carrigan, Henry?
Yeah, that makes sense because you already have it.
Yeah. Because Cotter's got 2 votes, it's just in different spots. So he'd have to get a bench spot. And then I think it's a question between Nanai, Sua.
No, Nanai's in the back row already.
Yeah, so it'd have
he's already in the back row.
So it'd be Sua then, because we've got 2 picks for Sua. But Gilbert's got 2 picks as well, does he?
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I'm going Tommy over Sua.
James?
It's Gilbert over Sua.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, I picked Gilbert and I didn't pick Sua.
Yeah, I think he's been lacking a bit of impact, Gilbert. Part of that is what I've seen, and the other part is just what an NRL physio says about him, and being a Finns fan, I sort of take his word on it a lot of the time. Any strategies that impacted some of your choices? Henry, you mentioned Cotter coming on starting for certain reasons. I can kick this off if you like.
No, it's exactly to what you were just saying there. The reason why I made that change from Cotter to Carrigan. I think they need some impact because we've got. If I think of the Blues squad and what the Blues team will come out with, having someone like a Spencer come off the bench, you need that leg speed / power that they'll need through that middle when Spencer comes in, and I think Carrigan can do that role really well to counter that.
Yeah. Can I just ask? Did I get this right? SOO was your last spot?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
That's it.
cool. Just making sure. I like the size that your bench has.
At my bench, bigger than his.
I don't like Collins.
The hard one for me though
I'm sorry.
was
If you have Collins over Cotter, you're insane.
Well, I'm hoping he does a hammy in Origin and can't come back and play for us.
Mate, yeah, I don't know how you've got Collins over Cotter. Sorry, Henry, cut you off.
He's played really well in Origin, which is the most frustrating thing. Anyway, sorry, Henry, you go.
No, the hard part here is about their. I guess the props as well. I'm still thinking Tino could probably still play that lock role, in all honesty, and have Mo start and potentially. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what the Blues side will be, and don't really think it deeply enough, to be honest. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I think like being at home, I think the Maroons need to worry less about what the Blues do and try to take that advantage and set the tone and make the Blues react to them. And that's why I've got SOO starting, literally just to take a half's head off. Like, he might play 20 minutes, and all I've got for him is just crunch the halfback, run at the halfback every chance you get. Just your entire job is to do that until you can't do it anymore, and then I'm just going to sub you off for NI. Which I think is what, Henry, you wanted for Kafusi.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I've got terrorize them at Suncorp, and that's why I've picked SOO there. For more, I just think he's in too good form to do anything different, but I did have originally Gilbert there to just do the same thing on the other edge. But
I mean, either
I think for more's
could do it,
undeniable.
right?
Yeah, but I wanted both, right? I wanted both halves to just have nightmares.
Get them.
But I just think for more's form is too good, and you need him for 80. Whereas Nanai, I think he can be effective over 40 to 60 minutes. With his
that impact.
legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Makes
one
sense.
of the reasons I've done that. I also considered Big Red coming off the bench and Fodawaker starting.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a good shout about Nanai, right? When you think about tired legs and having someone as big as him jumping over your fullback when the fullback's already done 30 minutes of work or even 50 to 60 minutes of work, and you have Nanai who's still fairly fresh to just run and chase the ball. I definitely can see that being impactful for them for sure.
Yeah, I just think it's a nice little one too. Apart from that, I do worry about like our middle period, at least with my bench. And when I say our middle period, I mean New South Wales. Is going to have Spencer. It's going to have who else is going to be on that bench? Probably Terrell May. Hopefully he's there somewhere. Haas will probably play through that middle period as well, and Yowie. Like I don't know if bringing Cotter on for that period is what you want. So I'm thinking maybe start Cotter, start fast.
That's why I want to start Cotter, because I'm just thinking about the big boys that they're going to come off the bench who are going to be impactful. And
Cotter will get monster because he can't play.
That's why I want to start him.
That's what I just said. That's why I want to start him. He's just good at being able to just get a lot of those tackles in. He can be effective in defense. Just hold that line for the first 30 minutes. Then get Carrigan in there, and Carrigan can hit like a dog. So I don't think I have a problem with Cotter just starting to take a lot of that
Henry.
brunt.
I think I'm with you. Carrigan comes to the bench. I wanted to do Horse, but defensively, I think Carrigan also hits a little bit technically better than Horse does, and we're going to need that against those guys.
Sure. For sure, especially if you want to hit someone like Spencer who's running 100 miles an hour from the back fence, and when he's got that Blues jersey on, he's even scarier than that.
And just to be pedantic, I think I'm going to put Tino at lock.
I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. Switch my one as well. I actually like that as well. I like Tino at lock. I just keep thinking about it. I think he got a bit trigger happy this weekend, trying to kick the ball for a quick chip and chase again. If you saw that, he did it in the last minute of the first half. I found that quite funny. But
Okay, I've just
I just like how he's playing.
Carrigan goes here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I keep the players how they go. Boom.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, I think that's how it lines.
What about the backs? Coates, Hammer, Holmes, Cobbo.
Yeah,
If you're thinking about the New South Wales team, like you did with the props, how are we thinking about that?
I think they've got better yardage from Cobbo than anyone we pick, just because Toto's been injured.
We may not also pick a proper winger.
If we go
which can be an issue.
Turbo on a wing, which is what I'd do, it could get exposed.
Yeah.
He could get stripped. Like, I don't know if he's got the decision making to be on a wing.
Well, the centre makes the decision. He's just got to follow him in.
Yeah, but will he? Like, will he trust his centre? Will he know to come in? Will he decide to stand back and try to solve it on his own? Because he's a fullback from heart,
the centre goes in, follow him in.
Yeah. It sounds easy, but, like, plenty of professionals fuck it up, so...
I see Zachy over him for sure. In my team, at least.
Well, Toto might not get a run. He's only played one game.
Oh, that's right. You're not wrong.
Soft tissue.
He's not playing this week.
And like, think about it. If you're, he's got the bye. If you're,
that's right.
If you're picking a New South Wales side, do you want Toto off one game, Lomax off one game, and Turbo who looks limp one week and then looks like a god the next week and then limp again?
No problem. No.
I don't know if you can go with all three. Probably something to discuss.
No, Turbo's you can't because Turbo's on the wing. Turbo's not playing centre, so you definitely will not be going all three.
Yeah,
Crichton and Latrell are the centres.
100%.
So if Latrell gets a game, if Tom gets a game, it's on the wing.
Yeah, that's it. And that's something I've been trying to say all year. Nah, but we're divulging into the New South Wales thing.
Yeah.
Too much. We're getting too excited.
I think why I went big is I just think New South Wales with Dylan Edwards, who unfortunately will get picked, Lomax, Toto, Latrell, Spencer, Payne Haas. I just Martin, Crichton, Hudson Young. I think New South Wales is just going to go through the guts, and I think they're going to overpower Queensland. That's why I tried to have a big bench, and we're going to go through the guts. And I just think Tino, Carrigan, and Horsburgh are probably the form three middles for Queensland. That's why I just started them, because otherwise this could get ugly quickly.
Yeah, I think the contention is Collins for you.
He's played well at Origin. I don't rate Ruben Cotter.
It doesn't have to be Cotter. Yeah. Like, surely there's somebody else's. Like, I'd rather SOO instead of Collins to play in the middle. I'm not saying I'd want to do that, but like, I just don't see Collins. I don't see how you can pick him.
Because he's played well in Origin before.
How's Piacora going?
Nah.
Didn't he have a good start?
Nah, he's bang average.
I'd love if they picked him.
I don't think he's even been starting for the Broncos for the most part.
Yep.
No, they've been playing Willison on an edge.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what options they have in the middle. Because you don't need a world beater. You just need somebody who plays a role.
Colin Hess?
Maybe. I don't know how he's been playing this year.
You've got...
I'd have Jai Arrow before Lindsay Collins.
That's right, Arrow.
Oh, so you can play up in camp again. Yeah, that's good for team culture.
Yeah, mate.
Hubner?
I'd have Jai Arrow. Yeah, throw the young kid in there. Why not? Before Lindsay Collins, absolutely.
Yeah, Dino's brother, Isaac.
No, I wouldn't
Pusu
have him.
Malawi.
I think I'd have Collins over him for now.
If David Fafita was fit, I would have picked him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would pick him as well.
I'd pick Josh Kerr
But
before I pick Lindsay Collins for sure.
isn't he suspended?
Is he? I don't know. We'll get around it.
I would personally pick Kafusi over Lindsay.
I'd pick Kurt Mann before I pick Lindsay. Kurt Mann's actually a shout for 14 as well. He's had a good year. No one's noticing, but he's had a very good year.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people talked about him last year, so I think that's
last
probably
year,
why.
but this year no one's
I think
talking
he's.
about him.
I know,
He's
but
had
I
a
think
better
he's just
year.
set the bar high. Yeah, he set the
Yeah.
bar high last year's performance, so I think
Yeah.
that's why.
And I think now that the Dogs are going good, you can't give credit to a player like Kurt Mann. You've got to start talking about Crichton and Burton and Sexton and Marnie and
Yeah.
Kiraz and
So
stuff. You can't look at.
where did Kurt Mann come from anyway? Didn't he come from the Knights?
Yeah.
He's played for them, the Dragons, Melbourne.
It's a good feeder club.
Yeah, it is. It's a great feeder club. You're welcome, Rugby League.
I just wanted to throw that out there because that must be hurting. You need someone like a Kurt Mann. I don't know why you let him go. And then you let go of a Watson. I mean, come on. You have to keep one of them.
He begged to come back because he didn't feel like he could achieve his best at Newcastle. And then came to the Roosters and has gotten better and played Origin.
Yeah, he has gotten better, for sure.
Premiership winning player though. So
you just keep waiting, buddy.
Yeah, you'll be waiting a while.
No, I guarantee it. The Roosters will win a comp before either of your two sides.
Oh, that's.
Oh, you got him going again.
It's not hard. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we're wooden spooners. It's not going to be. We've waited 50 years. We can wait another 50.
No, look. If I'm Queensland, I come out hard and fast. Fast is key. Like for more Cotter, Cobbo, Hammer. Right, like you don't match Latrell, but you might be able to run around him. And then you need the class of DCE, Harry, Cameron, and then the X Factor of Ponga. That's how you win. You blow.
We need
You just ambush in Suncorp gets used a lot, but I think that's how they win.
Oh, the old Suncorp ambush.
Yeah,
that'll fucking do me.
Sino has to have a really big game here. I think he's going to be the big factor in the middle. That's going. I mean, him and I think Carrigan are going to be the big weapons that they need to set the tone for their forward pack. Because
Tino,
I think everyone else can work. Everyone else will work, but the people that can hit and really do damage to make you second guess that run that you do and what line you take is going to be a Carrigan and a Tino.
Yeah, 100%. And then the other guys need to see where the deficiencies are. Like Tino and Carrigan don't match Haas and, in my opinion, May. I don't even know if May's going to get picked.
Yeah.
But there'll be that 10% gap that somebody like a Moeaki or a Horsburgh is going to have to take on, as well as matching a Spencer.
Yeah.
If New South Wales are fair dinkum, they win this game by 30.
The only reason I don't agree
if you're
with
the coach, right, James? If you're the coach.
Yeah, if I'm the coach and select... No, I don't need to be coach. I just need to be selector because I'd actually pick a good team. But yeah, no, if New South Wales are fair dinkum, they win this game by 30.
I don't know if we're fair income, though. That's the thing.
No, we're not. Larry Daly's coach.
I don't like this attitude of we'll give them a go in game 1 and then in game 2 we'll pick the better player, which I've heard a little bit of.
That's what's going to happen, and I hate the fact that if they're going to pick Gerbo, they've got to do it in game 1 so they get rid of him game 2 and 3 if he doesn't play well and he doesn't get the minutes in.
It doesn't sound like the thing to do. You know what I mean? Like
you shouldn't. That's not what you do. I
Let's
agree.
Just pick the best team, game 1.
Yeah.
Win game 2, because we've picked the best team. And then if we need to give a charity case a little 35-second stint off the bench in game 3, whatever.
Yeah, like I
You know,
hear, I think maybe it was Joey, and I know we shouldn't listen to everyone on mainstream, but I don't know if it was Joey, but they were talking and they were like, well, you've got to give him game 1. You've got to give him the game 1 opportunity because they did the
No,
job
you don't.
last year. And I'm
You
just
don't.
like,
I hate that.
it's not. It's a 3-game series. It's not a
But do
season.
they realise last year was last year?
Yeah. And last year
Like,
was Madge, right? He
yeah,
outcoached Billy. He pantsed Billy.
yeah.
Not
So,
happening this year.
right. So, well, if that's the case, Nathan Cleary doesn't get picked and he doesn't even come into consideration.
Yeah, well, nobody's listening this late into the podcast, so I'll say it anyway. He's not in my team for Origin game 1, but that's a form issue for me. And we can get into that later.
I agree. I would
But-
like to see Aluai and Moses, but
But yeah, no, Queensland need to start fast, get in front by
Otherwise,
14.
Queensland need to, and then hold on, win 14-12.
Yeah.
That's how
Maybe
Queensland win.
maybe put a try on at the end. When Yoey's a bit gassed and who knows what we're doing at hooker. But
Yeah.
I don't... The middle 30 minutes is New South Wales'. The opening 30 will be Queensland's, and then the last 30, I don't know yet, depending on how we pick our side.
Yeah. I think if if there's a flogging, New South Wales have won. If it's a tight result, Queensland have won.
If Madge was coach, I'd agree with you. But I can see a world where DCE, Munster, Ponga, Harry turn it on. And use Nanai, use Famore, use Tino, use Horsburgh even. He's good close to the line. And blow us away. But I don't think Queensland win off defence. They're going to need to defend well, but they're not going to win by defending well. They're just not going to
Oh, here we go. Dave, the bold man, Riccio, breaking. NRL Bulldogs utility Kurt Mann has emerged as a bench spot bolter.
Mate, I'm telling you,
Queensland
instead of Dearden,
Maroons.
I'm seriously thinking about Kurt Mann going there.
But this is the perfect time to be a journo. You can just put anyone's name down and go, bolter.
Hey, Jareen Buller, what do you reckon? Play fullback. Ponga's out of form. Reece Walsh is done.
No.
I mean, isn't Ongea part of the Queensland eligibility as well?
Don't know, mate.
I mean, he's just as good.
Is that the para fullback?
He's been playing. Yeah.
Iongi.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I thought you said Pongia, like that older footy player. I forget his name. I think he's passed away now. Alright, rest in peace. But no, look, Queensland win. They got to win the first 30. They're going to start fast. They're going to start expansive as well, I think. You got to beat it with pace and with good kicking. Like DCA's got to turn it on. And Hammer's going to have to put on a clinic and get around whoever his opposite centre is.
Just quickly, side note.
Just like Hammer.
Code Sports have just put up a thing. You can Google any player now.
And find
or you can even
player
search or even search via manager.
Yeah.
And it'll just put in a filter of the manager and then it'll just pop down all their players. How good's that?
That is very good. It's something I've been wanting for a while, and I can't believe the Telegraph have got the balls to do it. Like that, credit where it's due, that's good.
Absolutely. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they've gone through, done every single club and gone, yep. And then they've also, I think, done a poll of either journalists or agents and said, well, how are these clubs to deal with?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good piece of journalism. I don't know who did it because it's paywalled and I will not be paying Rupert Murdoch a single penny.
The buzzard. I'll just give credit to Buzzy.
Yeah. But that is a
Aussie
very good. That's a
boy.
very good piece of work. Henry, do you know what we're talking about? He's been called to the dinner table. It sounds like.
Can you hear me? No.
Oh yeah,
I
I can
said
hear
no.
you
Can
now.
you hear me?
No, I couldn't
Sorry.
at the time. Daily
So,
Telegraph, NRL agents. This is what we're talking about.
I don't pay for it as well, though.
There's a video about it too. I'll watch that later. I'll give him the ad
It's
revenue.
it's just a little clip on how it works.
No, yeah, an NRL player agent special. This is good. Of course, James pays for the Daily Telegraph for some reason.
No, I don't pay for it. It's on Twitter.
Oh, is it? Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I'll tag you in it.
Nice.
And you can see the video.
But yeah, no, that was a good side.
Oh, I don't want to tag out Shaun Johnson.
Be like, oh, I didn't know you were the player manager for this guy too. Big liquor, hello, see.
I need to go and get my wallet out of the car.
All right, Henry, you go
So
enjoy your
pay for
dinner.
this boxing event.
James,
All right, bye, gang.
See ya. Thank you.